This is very, very important. It is life-threatening, and it's extremely preventable. There is nothing that anyone can do to make sure they have it, but there are a number of things they can do to prevent it. And that's what we need to emphasize. It is totally preventable. It's all about behavior and information. And one of the major ways they can get it is through our churches. Our leadership in this country started in our churches, and it has not moved. It is still with our churches. And so, and you come in contact with people that healthcare people sometimes don't see. Just about all of our people come to church if it's no more than Easter Sunday. So the information has to flow from their most reliable source, and that is through our churches. It is unfortunate that it has hit us like this, because when I first started talking about it in 1980, that is the most powerful man we have here, but I'm not going to let him break up my speech. You hear what I said? I said, that's the most powerful man we have here, but he is not going to break up my speech. But one of the reasons why it is so important is because we're not getting the information out to people. And not only do we need to get it out to childbearing age women, they have to be getting it from men. So we need to educate all the people. There's no point in saying that they're not going to participate in sexual activity. And another way they get it also is through needles. And that's the hardest population to get to, because they usually live very, very private lives. But everybody means something to somebody. So you can get to somebody who knows how to spread that information. We need to be open and honest and determined, because it's preventable. Once they are infected with the HIV virus, it is likely that they will get AIDS. AIDS is not curable. And when you think of how preventable it is, it means that we are falling short with the education. So we must, now even in the African countries where they always talked about a pandemic and all that, we're in worse shape than they are. But we also are doing less education than what they're doing. You can walk into any public toilet in Africa and they're gonna have a bowl of condoms and stuff. You know, we've gotta be realistic. We're not gonna stop people from participating in sexual activity when they're young. And so we've got to make sure that they know how to protect themselves. And no one is more effective than our church leadership. So we ask and plead of you, stay interested. We're glad you're here, glad you're interested, because there'll never be enough money to take care of all the ill people. Our responsibility is to prevent as much as we can, and that comes with education. Thank you, Reverend Butts, for being a part of this. I've been working with AIDS since 1980, when nobody admitted at that time but gay people. But let me tell you, I realized as a nurse that no virus knew the sexual preference of anybody. It was a communicable disease. And so from that point, I thank the gay community for taking the lead. But it is communicable, and we practice the same behavior, we get it too. So thank you very much for your interest.